Hey, Red Edition, welcome. Happy day. So many things going on in North America, in the United States of America. You got the Michael, is it Cohen or Cohen or something? I don't know. Cohen, I guess that's how you pronounce it. He's a lawyer, former lawyer, and I guess friend of some kind with President Trump, and he's doing all this bad stuff. You got this similar thing going on in Canada. I kind of know the routine when you get the Cohens up there. I've had people work for me in the past, and they go away and they make up all of this stuff, and you know, it's kind of like it's important, and it isn't. And a lot of it is just fabricated anyway, so I'm with the president, but I have some advice for him I want to share with you in a second. But firstly, let me talk a little more in detail about this Cohen guy. It's kind of funny to watch. He sits there and says, I was his lawyer and I was a great lawyer. Well, but didn't you tape him and lie about him and do all this other stuff, and you were a great lawyer and you're going to prison next week for 3 years? You're a liar. You lie all the time, but now you're doing all this drama kind of stuff to help the Democrats. I'd like to see what you got for this. I don't think he's up there doing it for free. Well, he's a bad guy. You know what? And back to my advice now for the President of the United States of America. Forgive and forget. Maybe that's biblical, maybe it's Shakespearean, but forgive and forget. Everybody says that, right? Well, here, President, this is what happens with me, with all the bad people who do bad things and say lies and stuff about me. Forgive and forget. I say, hey, really? I ain't Jesus, and I don't have Alzheimer's. Just saying. Okay, I have a new theme in the U.S. for the Democrats there for the next election. Here it comes. Let's make America scared again. That's pretty much what they would do. America doesn't need them. Nobody needs them. Them being socialist and crazy people. Oh boy, I mean, protect us, please, from all of these people who seem to think that they have to protect us. From what? We're okay. The most effective way to deal with the national debt, I'm talking now about Canada specifically, has always been the same. Reduce the size of the federal government. That's all you got to do. A few other things too, I kind of get it. But one of the big things that comes to mind, of course, eliminate all foreign aid. A country that runs a huge national deficit and doesn't have a lot of money and has people at home that can't get work and don't have money should not be giving money away to somebody else. There's a long list that goes with that, but certainly that's a nice place to start, don't you think? Liberal talk. I mean, all socialists are nuts anyway. They really are. I mean, meetings are up and sales are down. I mean, that kind of goes with liberalism, stupidism, and so on. I mean, I kind of wish it was back in the 1800s, no TV, no internet. At least you didn't, I'm sure they still walked among us, but at least you didn't kind of know it so much. Here with all this new communication stuff, you get to hear about the stupid all the time. Dumb as forever, I know, but I'm getting tired of hearing it 24/7. Just sharing with you. Meghan Markle, you know, she now wants to have a fluid approach to gender when she raises her baby. She's pregnant. Who would have thunk? A fluid approach to gender. I don't want to impose any stereotypes. It's a boy, apparently, but I want a gender-neutral nursery with white and gray colors. All right, I guess. Well, I'm not sure what that means. Fluid approach. What does fluid mean? I thought that's something you put into a can and you sell it at some stores. I mean, I go on and on. Stereotypes. Stereotypes are good, actually. Men and women. I could tell you all about that. Socialism, you know what? It's intended. Its intention, but it was intended to perfect human nature through the elimination of private property, equalization of wealth, and state regulation of daily life. That's the intent, right? I mean, socialism is not about sharing. Not at all, really, because sharing is a capitalist gesture, because in order to share something, you actually have to have it. You have to own it. You have to get it. Think of yourself in a, in a playground. And you have a friend, he wants a candy bar. And you see a boy over there has a candy bar. So you go over, you smack him in the head, you take his candy bar, and you give it to your friend. Is that sharing? Or is that a little bit of terrorism and bullyism and theftism? What is that? I mean, we have a lot of work to do. We being people with some sanity left, right? We have a lot of work to do to teach people about capitalism and the reality of socialism, more importantly, and what true sharing really is. What is it? It's not about beating somebody up to get their candy bar, right? You got to understand and know the meanings of justice, clarity, liberty, charity, I meant to say, and so many other words that socialists really have made meaningless. They don't count anymore. It's up to us. We have to educate people, because back to that internet and TV thing, the 24/7 I've already spoken of, everybody now is constantly being hit with stuff, and wow, we're just getting deprogrammed. We have to go, it's up to us. It's not up to our politicians. They're too dumb. It really, truly is up to us to make a difference, and we need to make it happen. I mean, religion could play a part of it. Religion, scriptures, all that stuff is good. I mean, that tames temptation. You know, it washes away sins. But you can't beat a loaded Glock. Hey, y'all come back here tomorrow to get rid of sin and all of that bad stuff. Ha ha, see you later.